Well, hello there. This is Leslie with Love Ink and Paper, and it's Tuesday, and I'm ready to share the Fresh as a Daisy suite with you. So here we go. I know Dorene got to share the tour with you, so you've already seen the inside. So let's take a peek in here on pages 110 and 111. Okay, so all these beautiful samples that the wonderful artists at Stampin' Up created. Aren't they gorgeous? Some using the designer series paper, either the side A or side B, some stamped on. Okay, lots of beauty. Some using the die cuts. So because this is a suite, there is a one item number and a suite price, which includes the designer series paper, the what do they call these? Adhesive back solid gems. Okay, and mine are here somewhere. I thought I had everything right here. Well, shoot. Let's see. Oh well, they're here and they're beautiful. Oh, here they are. They were hiding. They were just hiding underneath something. I've already used a bunch of the lemon lolly. Let's take that glary thing off. So here's the lemon lolly. I used those on a swap. And then we have the boho blue, and not sure if they tell us. Nope. So these are either the copper clay or the, oh, they could be moody mauve. They could be moody mauve, or they could be the new pecan pie. Okay, so you have, it's probably the moody mauve because that's what goes with this suite. But copper clay is in this designer series paper as well. So anyway, some really great gems. Okay, all right, so that's those. And there is this beautiful stamp set. Okay, so you can see here which images have dies that cut them out. Okay, these have dies that will cut them out. The centers, okay, for the flowers. A really fun label shape, okay, and there's a die right here for this little trio. Oh, and the leaf. So then, oh, and the stem. Then you have other pieces. So you can see how they've done, trying to see here, they've used this trio here and the inside dies to go on top of those. So lots of, see how they have those that will layer and allow you to see sort of the center underneath, but also allow you to see all the way through to the background. Really awesome. Okay, so that's what these do. Okay, lots of great Cheerful Daisies dies and the Cheerful Daisies stamp set. So we love all of that. And then there's the beautiful designer series paper. So let me close this and set this aside, and I will show you the beautiful paper. And then I'm going to give you a quick cutting lesson, okay? Because one of these, and you will see, one of them requires some specific cutting. So on the side A, we're going to call it side A because I hate to say front and delegate the beautiful other pieces to the back. But anyway, so we have, isn't that beautiful? That beautiful boho blue with the copper clay. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so, and here's the pebble path in the back. So you're going to hear those names. Those are the new in colors, the 5 new in colors, which this suite works around. Almost all of the new in colors are in here. So you will see that, and you will hear more about those colors and see more samples a little bit later this week. Okay, I think Friday. Anyway, so here's the sort of the last piece of paper, if you will, for the side A's. And then let's go back to the side B's. Okay, so the Moody Mauve, the Boho Blue, the Copper Clay. We have some Pretty Peacock here, the Pebbled Path, and the Wild Wheat. Okay, so beautiful brush stroke kinds of designs for you to use, which make fabulous backgrounds, and they're light enough that you can stamp right on them. They're gorgeous. All right, so let's take this piece out and let's do a little cutting. So it may feel intuitive to some of you and it may not feel intuitive to others. So I wanted to just show you the most efficient way to cut this, okay? So this is your first long cut because it goes all the way through. So you just line this up, this little line right there in your cutting track. Okay, make sure you're flush on at least one side there. And you're just going to line that right up. Okay, and then you're just going to cut there. Okay, so that's your first cut. And then you can just set that aside. Now, if you went to cut here, you'd have a problem. You'd have to stop. Okay, so what you need to do is turn it 90 degrees, and here's your next cut right here, because you can go straight from here to here without having to turn or cut in any weird pattern. Okay, so now we're going to put this line in our cutting track, line it right up, okay, and cut that. Okay, so now we have that piece which can get set aside. We'll get to it. Okay, so here again, if you went to cut here or here, you could run into problems. Okay, so you want to turn it back this way, and we're going to do this cut right here. So just really easily put that in the cutter and cut that part. Now the rest are pretty easy. There's one more cut before, because you can't go here. You run into that. So we want to take those two little ones off of here. And then you'll see once you have all those cut apart. So there's our first one that's its own piece. Okay, so now here we're just going to cut these two apart. Okay. Like this. Okay. And I can cut these two little ones apart. Like that. So now we have those. And then we'll cut these off. Okay, so we'll cut this right here. One more like that. Whoops, I think I moved it. Let me check that. Oh yeah, it slid just a little bit. Okay, there we go. Okay, some more little ones. So some you can see, I notice, are cut exactly the right size for a card front. Okay, and if you wanted to layer them, you could take just a smidge off. I'll show you how I layered some of those. Got some cards to show you. Okay, so there's that one, and this one here, and then the Pretty Peacock with the Wild Wheat. I thought that was a really pretty one as well. So that's the easiest way to make sure that you get all your pieces, okay, so that you're not cutting up anything accidentally, right? And I don't remember how they go back together. And you might say, well, you should just look at your other sheet, because you get two of those. And I've already cut my other one up as well. So anyway, then we have these last little three pieces, okay, which could go together on something. They could work together on something. lots of different ways that those could be used. Okay. All right, so let me put these back in the package with the paper. And let me grab a few samples. And those, of course, I did not. Here, let you just look at that beautiful cover for a second, and I'll be right back. I have a few hanging up and a few on the table that I just finished. So let's get a few of those. Okay. And you'll be able to see where I got some of this designer series paper in these cards. Okay. Here's these. There's this and these. All right. I have lots of fun samples to show you, and I'm going to start with the ones that are not in envelopes. And one that needs, whoops, let's move you. One that needs a greeting. I was getting ready to do that, and then I kind of got sidetracked and was so excited that I wanted to share with you. So I didn't finish this one with a greeting yet. Okay, this one, there's that piece out of that paper with the pretty peacock and the wild wheat. The daisies are stamped in Pebble Path with a wild wheat center, and then I embossed with white. The oops-a-daisy, so sorry. Because, you know, we sometimes have to send those kinds of cards. Sometimes we make mistakes and we have to just say we're sorry. So here's one with that other panel. You made my day. Because sometimes somebody just matters, you know. Made my day. You matter to so many. That greeting is not in that stamp set. It is in something that is carrying over. Maybe something fancy. It could be in the something fancy stamp set, I bet. Okay. Let's put that over here. This one is beautiful, right? Look how that is. So that was inspired by a stamper that I found online. Isn't that great? The scalloped border from the Scallop Contours bundle and some greenery and the fancy kind of fern looking things. I used that over here too. It kind of blends in, but I did use it there. Okay. And there's another one of those panels, and I just backed it with some shaded spruce and wishing you the happiest of birthdays. That's from Charming Sentiments, I think. Pretty sure. All right, so let's do some more of these. All right, we're just going to pop them out of their envelopes so that they don't glare. Did I use, oh, that panel was very popular. Oh, that's not a panel. That is one of the pieces of designer series paper. Yep, I like that one apparently. And this is the bubble bath. If you hear me say bubble gum, please just silently correct me and just let me know that I need to say bubble bath. That's one of our new core colors. It fits in the Subtles collection. All right, so let's put those over there. All right, then we have this one. Okay, so that's kind of a fun one. A Z fold, but I used, instead of a smaller panel on the front of the Z, I did a whole card front. So when it's closed, it looks just like it's going to open just like a card, and then it opens differently, and then it can stand up. So whoever you send it to, and this used two pieces of the designer series paper. It used the wild wheat brushstroke side, and then the other side. I'm helping myself learn to love wild wheat. It's coming. It's coming. It's taking me a little bit because that's just not my palette, but I'm working on it and I'm liking it. There are certain combinations that I really, really love. So we're getting there. And by the time fall rolls around, when I need leaves and fall colors, or I want to do a masculine card, that it's gonna have grown on me. So here we have some Misty Moonlight, And the Pebbled Path, that's another one of those in colors. The Misty Moonlight is a returning, and you'll hear more about that later this week. This I did for a swap. Oops, and it's mine, and I didn't finish the inside. The ones I did for the swap, I did finish the inside. All right, and our last one is this one right here. So another piece of that using some of the in color gems. No, those might have been, you know what? Oh, these are, I think these might be back in now, the loose frosted dots. That's what I used for the centers of my daisies. And you can see I layered those die cuts. I did them tone on tone, but I did layer those die cuts so you can see how that works. Okay. All right. So I hope that if you're a daisy lover like me, that this will go right on that shopping list right away. This, I didn't even have to, like, it wasn't even a question for me. I love daisies and sunflowers and things so much, coneflowers, all of those sorts of things. So it wasn't even a question for me. It was yeah, I'm getting that. So anyway, all right, well, thanks for popping in, and I hope you enjoyed getting getting familiar with this suite and the designer series paper that goes with it. So keep tuned this week, and we'll have a new video every night at 6 and then at 7. Okay, so tomorrow my turn will be at 6 on Wednesday and Thursday, and then again at 7 on Friday. All right, so I look forward to seeing you then. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.